here, out at the port of Camas. And they got a guest dock here. They got a long guest dock. It must be 400 feet of dock with a beautiful aluminum, this thing will last forever, runway that comes down to it. No gate, it's public, which is good and bad. But this is, you know, Rooster Rock is down the way. I've always seen this area as having some obstacles out in the water, but you know, with the river this high, there's a bit of an island over there. You know, the current is moving through here, but not that much. It's backed way off from what it was even a week ago. So we've had record flow and almost hit flood stage. About 3 weeks ago, it was flood stage almost. So here's the instructions on payment to be on the guest dock. Breakwater guest moorage must be paid at launch, ramp, ticket machine, or front office. Vessels must display proof of payment. This thing is long. This is a weekday, it's not a weekend. There's a few boats here, but there's plenty of space. It's pretty protected too. There's some flow off the end of that dock there. There's still some pretty good flow through here because the river's up, but it's not as much flow as I thought it might be, and it's certainly not as much as a couple of weeks ago. Down on the Vancouver waterfront, it was just ripping. It was going 5 knots. There's a reserved for prepaid tenant, space 5. So I guess you can rent these. It kind of screws it for people that just want to stop for the day. They're taking up the space. Here's another one, space 6, reserved. They hadn't been here in a while, you can tell. But there's a lot of open space here. Maybe this is guest, maybe they mean that's a guest dock. Maybe there's a time limit on how long they can be here. This is not bad. The river's fairly narrow through here by Columbia River standards. And then there's the island there. I might have to motor out of here sometime, you know, some days, but I don't know, this is not bad. All you gotta do is get down to Board Rooster and there's great sailing. It's not that far. But this area in here has gotten a little respect from people, including me. I don't know, I've just never really thought it was too great, but actually it's pretty nice, and they've kept it that way. A little island cafe over there, Puffin Cafe, that's there. You can see the enormous amount of new homes up on the hill. I think Camas is one of the fastest growing communities in Washington State. But they've kept this nice down here. There's the ramp, to launch ramp. It's a double, pretty wide. It's got a little tie-up area there by the restaurant. It's got this huge guest dock. You definitely want to tie on the inside though. You wouldn't want to be out here. Now, this is a weekday. This is a Thursday morning. Not much going on. It might get a bit busier on the weekends, I imagine. But it's sort of a gateway. It's definitely a gateway to get out of here and go east. And it just gets better and better. Before you know it, you're, to the waters out around Rooster Rock. And then from there you can just, that whole area east of there is great sailing. With the west wind especially. Wow. That's an osprey at the top of that mast up there. He had a fish in his beak. He's impressively big if he would take off again. He is massive. I'm waiting for him to fly. He's waiting to spot another fish. There he goes. I think that is a Flying Scot now that I look at it. Because I think they've got that kind of rudder. I hate the rudders on those things. And now that I look at it, that front bow, but it doesn't quite look like one. There's no spreaders. And that's the same way a Flying Scot is. Oh yeah, it's a Scot because it's got that crank up. The halyard for the main is that crank thing. So that's what that is. That's a Flying Scot. This is just fantastic down here, the way they've developed this. Very nice. Next to the marina at Washougal. And they've got this cool brand new trail that goes along the waterfront all the way to the dike trail, which goes out to Stigwald. And you can see Rooster Rock from there, so pretty nice. Yeah, this is all new. This place is really filled up. It sat for a long time. God, 5 or 6 years with like 5 boats in it. That was maybe, I don't know, 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It's primo. It's like $300 a month. But you got water and electricity and everything. There's that cute little, what do they call those little Ranger 20s right there. The green sail covers. It's kind of nifty. And then there's some real candy boats on the far end of the docks down there. 40-footers, really sleek. I never see them go out. Sign off.